All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. And this, of course, is coming from Pakistan, where after the exit of Imran Khan in a pretty dramatic no-confidence vote that took place late last night yesterday, the entire opposition is now nominated Shehbaz Sharif as their joint candidate for the chair of the Prime Minister. Shehbaz Sharif is the brother of the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, and the joint opposition is likely to stake claim and form a government. So this, of course, is the latest bit of information that has come in, where Shehbaz Sharif has been nominated by the opposition as their consensus candidate to form the next government. So we can have Shehbaz Sharif staking claim to be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan. He'll also have to prove his majority on the floor of the House. But as things stand at this point of time, the opposition parties seem to have come to a consensus, and this was something that had been decided by them for quite some time now, that Shehbaz Sharif will, of course, be their consensus candidate who will lead the nation for possibly the next entire term, till this term gets over. It remains to be seen as to how all of this will, of course, play out, but in a very dramatic manner. The former Prime Minister Imran Khan, remember, yesterday night was voted out after he lost majority on the floor of the House. Now, the ouster of Imran Khan as Pakistan's Prime Minister, in fact, caps weeks of efforts by the opposition that have been aimed at unravelling Imran Khan's pretty fragile coalition. The opposition has hailed this outcome. It has described it as a victory of democracy in the country. The opposition had called for Imran Khan's ouster, charging him of economic mismanagement as inflation had soared and the Pakistani rupee had plummeted in its value. The no-confidence vote also caps months of political turmoil and a constitutional crisis that had required the Supreme Court to step in ahead of a no-confidence vote on Imran Khan. The Pakistani lawmakers had clashed very angrily at the National Assembly and Shehbaz Sharif is now, of course, their consensus candidate to be staking the claim. Now, the supporters of Imran Khan, they have, of course, continued with their charge that there had been foreign interference in this entire process of the no-confidence trust motion that was carried out in the Assembly. Now, once the opposition won the majority of the votes for the no-trust vote, Shehbaz Sharif, of course, hailed the combined opposition that spans a political spectrum from the left to the radically religious. Speaking in the Parliament after the ouster of Imran Khan, Shehbaz Sharif said that there will be no revenge or injustice. However, he also went on to state very significantly that law will take its course. The joint opposition will now form the new government. Now, the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz is, of course, one of the largest parties, and it has nominated its head, Shehbaz Sharif, as the consensus candidate to be the next Prime Minister.
एक नई सुबह तुलू होने वाली है, एक नया दिन आने वाला है और पाकिस्तान के करोड़ों आवाम की माँओं, बहनों, बेटियों, बुजुर्गों, नौजवानों की दुआएं, काविशें अल्लाह ताला ने कबूल की हैं। हम किसी से बदला नहीं लेंगे, हम किसी के साथ नाइंसाफी और ज्यादती नहीं करेंगे, हम बेजा लोगों को जेलों में नहीं भिजवाएंगे, हम बेकसूर लोगों को जेलों में नहीं भिजवाएंगे, लेकिन कानून अपना रास्ता लेगा, इंसाफ अपना रास्ता लेगा।
The chairperson of Pakistan People's Party, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, thanked the people for support and welcomed the nation to what he called as Purana Pakistan, contrary to what Imran Khan had tried to usher in his country, which he had described as Naya Pakistan. And Bilawal Bhutto Zardari feels that Purana Pakistan is much better than the Naya Pakistan. Listen in.
Aaj, 10th April 2022. Welcome back to Purana Pakistan.
The PMLN Vice President Maryam Nawaz also tweeted saying that the nightmare for the people of Pakistan is over and it is time to heal and to repair. A heavy security blanket was thrown over the capital with thousands of police personnel having been stationed on the streets at the time of the vote of no confidence. Now, the supporters of the opposition, as soon as it emerged that Imran Khan had been defeated on the floor of the National Assembly, came out onto the streets, dancing, waving their national and party flags. Meanwhile, Imran Khan, the man who won Pakistan its cricketing World Cup glory, has said that he will not cooperate with any incoming administration. Imran Khan has called on the supporters to take to the streets and to stage protests. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.